All right, greetings and welcome back to another Spinato Spin. Super to have you here on this 53rd day, if you will, of spring. A little tornadic activity here in the last 24 hours, so otherwise, hopefully that blows out and we're okay. But we hope you're okay. And I want to talk about something I think that's a little more delicate and a little more involved than we usually talk. But we'll get through it. We'll give you some good information here and get things rolling for you. You know, one thing that hit me like an arrow before I came in to talk today was, you think about something that happens in our lives. We're given dreams. We're given dreams. These aren't things that really cost that much, but they're invaluable. And it's funny, a lot of people don't really consider a lot of things that doesn't have that much value to them. But our dreams are incredible. The dreams that we have and what we aspire to and what we really want to do. It's not mine, it's yours. Your dream is your dream and my dream is my dream, right? Well, what are you going to do with it? You've been given a dream. What are you going to do? The old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. It's a sad thought, but how do we keep our dreams? Well, one thing, and I wanted to talk to you about, was we got to understand. We got to be like superhumans, right? We got to understand the most important thing we're going to have to work on in the next 20 years, 25 years, 50 years, whatever it is we have to become indistractable. Now, indistractable is a crazy word, isn't it? I mean, does that mean I'm distracted? No, it means you're not distracted. Well, what does distracted really mean? That means you're not on track. You've been knocked off track. Well, what knocks you off track? Well, there's a lot of things that knock you off track. You got to know what the things are that knock you off track. Let's take another look at that. There's internal triggers. There's certain things that get to you and certain things that help you lose your focus. See, losing your focus means you're kind of dashing your dreams, isn't it? If you really want to hit a dream, you really want to hit a goal, you can't be going off on different tangents left and right. Or you can't allow yourself to go off on different tangents left and right. You got to stay the course. You got to stay the right path all the way through. Most important, what happens with a lot of people, they get stuck and they can't get themselves out of certain things. Well, here's something that's going to happen over and over again unless you prepare for it. How can you become indistractable? What's the secret? I looked into it a little bit. I'm not going to say it's easy. There's nothing easy, but it's simple. All there is to it is understand what those internal triggers are and understand what they are and how to deal with them. A lot of times what we have is a situation where when we get uncomfortable feelings those are uncomfortable feelings like loneliness, fatigue, right? All these things that get you feeling a little down, make it feel like you really can't handle what's going on. We got loneliness, and we got another one up there, boredom. You're sitting in a classroom years ago, or you're reading a book that's really important to your future and what you're trying to do, but you get distracted. Where did all these distractions come from? A lot of times you just put yourself in position of them. But you know what a lot of people say, and they kind of use it as an excuse. Oh, I couldn't follow what that person was saying. I got distracted. Well, you got distracted. Nobody distracted you. You distract yourself. Because what it is when you get a situation where you don't feel comfortable, what you're looking for is an escape towards comfort. The human mind and the human being wants to seek pleasure. Okay? They want to be as comfortable as they can. They don't like discomfort. You see, what you got to do is you got to develop a plan on how you're going to get around this. What are you going to do? Here's one thing I found that was incredible. If you think about it, people schedule or they make certain things that they want to accomplish. They make certain things on a daily basis, certain tasks, where they want to be able to accomplish a certain goal. Well, what about having one of your goals is staying focused on something that's going to help you be able to accomplish it? How about that? Benjamin Franklin, we talked about it before, the way to chop down a tree in 4 hours, where it would normally take somebody 8, is to sharpen the saw for a whole hour, right? Or 3 hours sharpening the saw. Well, what about sharpening your ability to focus? Laser-like focus. Makes you a powerful individual, doesn't it? Makes you almost like a superhuman, able to focus in on what you really want to do every second, every hour, everything you want to do in the course of a day. That's going to make you less distracted. Here's another thing, a little thing to think about too, about how important it is to stay undistracted or keep yourself indistractable, is really whenever you get knocked off course on what you're focusing on, once you get knocked off, it usually takes about 20 to 25 minutes to get back to where you were. That's why it's important. That's why it's pivotal that you can get yourself to that point. A lot of people are always going to be challenged by that, but it's how you cope with it. They say successful people don't, it's not that successful people don't have problems. Successful people know how to handle problems. There's a big difference there, isn't there? It's not so much that they've been given a silver spoon or they've been given all the success. No, they've been given the same challenges we have. It's just that they've figured out a way how to handle them. That's very important. And one of the things is they've overcome the distraction problem. And especially in this day and age, right? Your cell phone goes off, all these little beeps and buzzers and all these things are getting in your way when all you want to do is do something that makes you successful and helps you get to where you want to go. Let's take a look at one more picture there. We'll wrap it up. Intimidation. That's exactly what I was talking about. Most people are intimidated by certain feelings and certain ideas and certain thoughts, and they use it as an escape. They try to find something that distracts them and doesn't really help them. But there is one thing you got to consider too. Sometimes a distraction could be good for you. Sometimes it leads you to somewhere where you need to go that keeps you on track for your goals. Always understand this. Am I being led by this distraction, and am I serving it, or is it serving me? So I throw that out to you. It's always great talking to you. Spinato Spin, always here for you. Check us out all the time whenever you can in the YouTube library. We're there for you. Take care and have yourself a great week. Bye-bye, everybody.